these new AI features in Facebook ads are going to be game changers for e-commerce. Let's go and explore it now. Hey there, and welcome to today's video. My name is Ricky Hayes with another daily video. Really excited to be sharing these latest AI features with you so that you can prepare for the future yourself. Now, I wanted to show you one of my stores. I am actively working on a campaign sale right now, so that's why the sales are up. Overall, you can see that the last 30 days, nothing exceptional, but I plan to I'm building another brand that I'm going to be scaling. I found a few limitations with this brand. This brand does well, gets good margins, but I plan to focus on the other brand. But you can see that because what I did yesterday was I did an email marketing campaign as well as I'm running Facebook ads on it as well. Facebook ads is really good for sales. Google ads does well too, but I find Facebook's really good, especially for e-commerce, because especially Instagram, women are on there a lot, so it just gets that visibility a lot better. But you can see that yesterday, I think spent about $220 as a whole, and you can see that that's sort of the results, right? And today probably won't be as high, but it's an Afterpay sale here in Australia. That's very big. If you haven't heard of Afterpay, it is the first buy now, pay later. It was actually a massive unicorn of a company, and so women are used to the buy Afterpay because it's very strongly tied to it. You can see the conversion rate was really high, orders was really high, a lot of new orders because I'm running cold and remarketing ads to it. Very simple copy with a very simple creative. Now, let's get into the meat. All right, fantastic. So now I'm in this article. This article will be down below. This is just a public article, okay? But I really wanted to talk about it. Really important, right? So branding consistency at scale, right? So the new Advantage Plus, because Facebook is pushing Advantage Plus ASC campaigns a lot. Features to let advertisers and agencies integrate logos, colors, fonts, and more into seamless branding, right? They're really focused on branding. A lot of their business comes from e-commerce clients, right? So they're really focused on building that. But obviously for any business, any brand that is, upgrading video generation, video AI, generative AI now is absolutely everything when it comes to images and videos, and it's only getting better and better. And you can elevate your business conversations using tools like WhatsApp and automate a lot of that. I'm going to be looking into that, especially as I scale that. I'll be revealing everything with that new brand. I'm literally, as of today, just getting what's called UPC codes. And anyway, so I'll update you more later at the end of the video. So introducing the new Advantage Ad Plus creative features, right? So this is really cool. So basically, I just wanted to go through this. You can see that this is an example of the video. It's got the branding tools. You can see that that's sort of what it looks like by default, and then you can generate the image, add some information, and there you go, you've got your branding. So that really works really well. I think those will work well for remarketing ads for cold. Still, I would be very focused on video. We're going to get into the video in a second. Persona-based text generation, which is fantastic. So again, just a lot more dynamic copy per person is really sort of the thing to keep your creatives from getting ad fatigue and getting higher conversion rates. I have plenty of videos on the channel that you can go and check about how you can look at your conversion rates, hooks, and so on and so forth, which I'll be revealing more with the new brand. I'm getting a lot done there as well. So I wanted to get into that. The AI branding tools have significantly elevated our creative output, ensuring brand consistency at scale. They have allowed rapid experimentation with brand-aligned creative variations, empowering our team to consistently deliver impactful ads, right? So that's from a digital marketing agencies. Basically, digital marketing agencies will still always exist because a lot of businesses will still always want it. But a lot of these tools, if I'm honest with you, a lot of my focus is on how you don't need an agency. A lot of this, you can do this yourself. You spend a bit of time, it's so much easier. Like a year ago, it was 50 times harder than it is now. And it's only going to get easier and easier. And this is where I wanted to talk about the video generation, which is the 2.0, which I'm beyond excited for. There's plenty of AI, UGC, and all that tools. And I have videos on my channel on how you can sort of do that too. But imagine if you can do it all in Facebook, right? Of course, you're going to want to at least try it. So the next phase of video generation, image generation is here. Video generation now has a new capability to allow advertisers to transform multiple images using generative AI models, and especially because Facebook's making their own LLM, massive LLM, the Meta AI, and building out their huge database. I think it's in New York or Manhattan, whatever it was. This is only going to get bigger and bigger because Facebook's going to utilize that technology all natively integrated. So this is only going to become bigger and bigger. Honestly, it is just amazing. And honestly, also, it's a bit scary in terms of for buyers. Like this is making it an advertiser's absolute dream, right? One of the hardest parts of running ads is the creative, isn't it? That's why we always look at all these tools and that. If you can do this all in Facebook, which they're going to push for, yes, these other tools are fantastic, but I'm going to be definitely looking into this. So another feature is the video highlights as well. So you can see like that people can actually skip to various highlights, pardon me, in this one. So people can actually see, like, it's like a timestamp really is what it looks like. And so they can go to the highlights of the video. Because, if you think of a 30-second video, if someone can go from 30 seconds to 5 seconds with the amount of content that's out there these days, this is going to be really transformative. So I'm going to be using that a lot. It's just going to give users choice so that I can put basically timestamps of what that is. I believe that will probably be extracted along with AI with thumbnails of key scenes, right? So that aim to reflect the value proposition of the brand. And you can see again here, we've got the video generation, and look how phenomenal that looks, right? Really, really on brand, honestly. And so you can see, like, from one of my previous videos that like I did that generative AI, but you can see that this honestly does it even better, right? In many regards, right? So with a few images, you can sort of see that you want to have the person in it, like what I said in the previous video. You always want to have people in the video, relates a lot more, and then sort of a call to action at the end, and really sort of focused on that branding. So that's really, really exciting. I won't read all of these. They're getting a lot of case studies and stuff, so we don't need to talk about every one of these. Engaging experiences, connecting with your audience, create meaningful and personal connections is at the heart of what we build products. So remember, I've always said when you're building a brand, it should always be you want to be connecting with people, right? So that's a very important part. Solve a problem in their life, but be connecting with them. You want to, because the key part is Facebook is pushing incremental attribution. They're pushing essentially lifetime value through incremental attribution. That they're seeing that brands, we're past the day and age of one-time purchases is sustainable. It never has been. Really focused on that lifetime value attribution to help with a lot more heavy scaling. So with their latest generative AI innovations, they're now unlocking new ways to enhance productivity, enhance richer and more engaging experience. So this is only going to continue to go down this path. With the rapid innovation of AI, it is going to be absolutely phenomenal. If we're sitting here in a year, what this is going to look like, I can't even imagine. All I can imagine is that this is only going to be 100 times better than it already is. More and more and more interactive. Things will change, but honestly, for advertising, it's never been a better time to be an advertiser, right? Literally, the tools do 90% of the work as long as you give it the budget and that you have a good website, set up in that. Like, honestly, I've even seen it where and I think we'll get it down to here, business AI. So our vision of the future, where every business will have a business AI that their customers can talk and get quick support from and recommendations. We're continuing to test. So basically, with an AI agent directly from the ad, ask questions about the product, return policies without even having to leave the app. So Facebook's trying to make it so that, because if they don't leave the app, the tracking will be more accurate. It'll be less disruptive for the user. You don't even have to worry about the website as much, right? So it'll be really interesting to see how apps do this. I'm going to be focused very much on making sure that my app, like, how will an abandoned cart work, right? Does that, I imagine with Shopify, that if they go to the checkout, that's like an abandoned cart, and so you still want to have that. So you've got to think about those things too, because abandoned cart recovery is absolutely massive by email, SMS, and WhatsApp. I'm actually building my predictor mail, which is why I'm logged in there, to have WhatsApp abandoned cart recovery, because I think that's going to be absolutely amazing. So we are now testing business AI across different ad formats, including Instagram and Facebook Reels, as well as Instagram story ads. We'll be expanding our test to give more e-commerce businesses access to the business AI. These ads feature AI generative prompts, right? So I'm going to put on my headset and we're going to have a listen to this. Okay, so this one doesn't have any audio, but you can sort of see here that just have a look at how nice the page is, and that's all within the app in Facebook feed. So literally they're not having to see it, but they can see a lot of your brand. So what we're going to see now is that Shopify and that are really going to push a lot more of deeper integration into Facebook, where your product, and all the more important that your product, your SKUs, your catalog, your pixel have to be really clean to show all this data. So we're going to be seeing that the API integration is going to become even more deep. But it's this one that we wanted to have a listen to. That is very loud. I'm going to turn that down. But let's have a look.
Hi, Maya. Any questions about this product?
I need to pick out a birthday gift for my sister. She's turning 28 and she's really into comfy outfits, anything cozy and relaxed.
For comfort and style, I suggest our lightweight
Just
flexible.
listen to that, right? So like literally now what we're seeing now is that um, AI voice prompting, right? So, obviously AI text prompting has always been where it started, but now we're moving into AI voice prompting. Wouldn't be surprised in the coming years that it literally, like you have a brain chip and you just think and you don't even have to talk. Like, but getting ahead of myself there. But
Pants. They're
it's an
breathable.
AI agent that will integrate with Shopify. That's why you want to use something like Shopify. Make sure your pixel, make sure your catalog, make sure everything is clean there, right? I'll be checking it weekly because I'm going to be jumping on this because if I can make it so that people don't even have to leave Facebook, I don't have to worry so much about my website optimization, right? I don't have to worry about it. People will still want to go there, but like imagine as well, like it can pick up your reviews, tell people about reviews, push reviews, integrate that. Like that's where like I'm going to be focusing a lot, but
Relaxed and have that effort.
where it's going to be so important that the website is a very important thing. But if you can make it so that like your Facebook reviews show up in here, that your app for your review app, where it looks Debutify reviews, Judge Me, Yotpo, it can show in here, and people can use prompts, and it just pulls it from your website. That
Put together vibe.
because naturally the thing that you got to remember is everyone trusts Facebook, right? That's sort of how it is, but they don't necessarily trust your website. So if you can have it all in Facebook and all standardize that, then you remove a huge factor in it, which is conversion rate optimization.
Oh, I love that.
So let's keep listening anyway.
Do you think there's a top that would go with it?
Absolutely. To complete the look, I recommend pairing with the lightweight Versa Polo.
And so you can see how it just integrates with Messenger, and it'll probably also be with WhatsApp and stuff over time based on individual preferences. And look at that, like even, you know, I don't know how it does that, but you can even have it, probably, I imagine via integration, it can pull the discount codes, or you can specify ones where it can actually put that in it. I imagine you could probably, do both, right? But you'll want to specify both, but like I'll definitely do that, 20% off your first order to get the customer. And then it goes straight to the checkout. You can see it there. It's sort of on the website, but look at that. And then you get your order tracking there as well. So, order tracking is becoming more automated. Like I use Aftership, for example. But if you can also do it straight via Messenger, it has significantly higher open rates than an email. People can then get updates, talk to it more, and it's all sort of using the AI agent. So I think now has never been a better time to be running Facebook ads, right? In terms of that, there was a period where people were moving away, TikTok, drop shippers and all that, moving to TikTok, but Facebook is really lifting their game when it comes to advertising. And I think we're going to see a bit of a shift back. I know that TikTok has many advantages, but I always find, especially as you're building a brand, which is always what I suggest you do, that Facebook is sort of where it goes. So um, just sort of wanted to add that in. I think that is one of the key things that I really noticed. And then you got, again, driving engagement with generative AI. We're constantly testing, the creative sticker. So you can see here, like just that, it pops out more, shop more, it's just small little things there as well. And virtual try-on, that's the other thing that I think is going to be big. I saw Google release this, and now with Facebook, especially fashion, as I said, like my pajama brand, that's going to be amazing, that if I can have it so that I can have a virtual try on and that I can optimize this, people can do it in Facebook. Also on my website, that's absolutely massive. So virtual try-ons are great, I think as well. And I think it's going to expand past just people. Like imagine if you got items for your dog, you can sort of do all of that for different related things. If you can upload an image of yourself, and then try on the product, then that's one of the biggest problems, right, in fashion, that a lot of fashion brands have, or anything with sizing, right? That if you can upload something that shows your dimensions and then see an actual try on, it'll massively increase your conversion rates, reduce your returns, increase customer satisfaction. So this one is also the other one. I don't think that one's going to make a big difference, but I think this one will. right? So I just wanted to make this video on the future of this. As a side note, as I said, I'm building out my pajama brand. I'll be revealing it soon. I'm just waiting on the samples. I'm speaking to my supplier on WhatsApp. They're a supplier for a huge brand. So, like really found a great supplier. I'm getting things what's called like UPC codes, which is universal product codes, which are barcodes basically, getting the washing instructions, just waiting on the samples because paid for it all, but I want to get the samples and then I'll be providing it to influencers and sort of starting with influencers and getting their feedback. Because if I can please an influencer, I can please a customer, and then I can start running ads. And I'll be sort of making daily videos talking about that. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes because this is new in terms of this type of product and niche for me to be doing this, but I'll be revealing it all and sort of talking about it all so that you can learn as much as possible. So if you did enjoy today's video, always appreciate a like and subscribe if you want more of this content. I'm releasing content every day. Any questions, ask down below, right? I don't do mentoring. I don't sell courses. All I want to do is give out value. I'm very focused on building my brand, and I just want to give value out to the community so that other people can achieve their own success as well. If you did, as I said, enjoy this, check out the other vision channel. There's so much value there and it's all 100% free. I just give it all away for free. Otherwise, thank you so much for your time. Have a lovely day. Take care and goodbye.